Good morning, Binghamton, Southern Tier. This is Magic 101, That Sunday Show. My name is Fred Hotchkiss. I've just been corrected again. Magic 101.7. Thank you.
Anything.
Yes, you did. Okay, episode 7, where listenership shatters all known records. People are suddenly waking up to this strange Binghamton phenomena of where all this musical talent is coming from, and they're tuning in to find out. So, this week we're going to answer some very, very important questions with some of our special guests and some new tunes. But first, let's thank some of our sponsors, Greg's Marketplace and Whitney Point. Oh, you're going to do that? Yeah. No.
Magic 101.7.
Your locally owned and operated station presents That Sunday Show with your host, Fred Hotchkiss. Brought to you by Hussar Insurance, Greg's Marketplace in Whitney Point and Marathon, Albright Electric, The Goat Boy Owego, Sherry Palm Clinical Social Worker, Baked Euphoria, York Productions, At Your Service Grooming, and Greater Binghamton's official at-work station at 101.7, 102.5, and around the world at Magic1017FM.com. All music heard on That Sunday Show is the property of the writers and performers.
Here we go. Magic 101.7.
Diana from Atlanta, maybe Savannah, maybe somewhere between. She's a liar, a girl for hire, and you could try her if you buy her a drink. She smells like a cigarette. She looks like a runaway. Run, run, run away. She feels like a beauty queen, and she tastes like Georgia to me. Diana and Jack Daniels, Hammer from the nanny couple I've seen. She consumes him, he unwinds her. She'll probably wind up lying dead in the street. She smells like a cigarette. She looks like a runaway. Run, run, run away. She feels like a beauty queen, and she tastes like Georgia to me. Diana from Atlanta, maybe Savannah, maybe somewhere between. She's a liar, a girl for hire, and you could try her if you buy her a drink. She smells like a cigarette, and I love her. She looks like a runaway. Run, run, run away. She feels like a beauty queen. She tastes like Georgia to me. She tastes like Georgia to me. She tastes like Georgia to me.
Right, that was the Woodshed Prophets, and they're scheduled to be in here next week. I hope it all comes together. Song called Diana. So yeah, I'm Fred. This is That Sunday Show on Magic 101.7, where we take a couple hours to really delve into some of the local music that's being produced and enjoyed here in our Triple City Southern Tier area. And I really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in and making the show so popular. As I said, we got the Woodshed Prophets in the tubes. We got the Troubadours are on the schedule. The Blind Spots are coming in April. So stay tuned. It's turning into, we're gathering some momentum, and it's turning into a very, very fun and meaningful show. Let's see. Right now, we're going to play, if you were, quick shout out to the Skylark Diner. Thanks, everybody over there, for breakfast this morning. As always, wonderful. Also, loyal listeners Chris and Rob and Katie, thank you very, very much for your behind-the-scenes positive feedback. I appreciate the support. Now we're going to play Steve Morgan. If you were paying attention, he was here last week playing live with the Digger Jones Band. We played a couple off of his CD. He's got a solo album out called When It Rains. This is a song called Mark Twang. And as an old boy recording guy, they made it pretty clear that they worked together on a lot of stuff. So if you're familiar with the band Driftwood, they were on our first show, and if we have time, we're going to play a little bit of them later in the show. This song features Joe Kohler from Driftwood on banjo.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. When there's trouble, gonna settle it down. Gonna find me bottom ground. Keep on fighting, just keep on fighting. See, there seems to be no one around, and up ahead is chopping ground. But keep on fighting. An airline fight is a bumpy road, but give it a go. Let the holler sing with my guitar strings. Hear the echo ring. It's my Mark Twain. Yeah, 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 yeah. Call the trip, better let it go. Hold on its own damn show. Stop all the fighting. Ain't no use in fighting. Water flows the way it wants to flow. Things are going where they want to go. When you're not gonna rock the ship. Ain't no use in fighting. It's a bumpy road. Gotta give it a go. Let the holler sing with my guitar strings. And the echo ring. It's my Mark Twain. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When the current finally simmers down, gonna drop the ink and hang around. Out have fun timing, find ourselves fighting. Never makes much sense to drown. When you struggle, it'll weigh you down. No point in fighting it. Doesn't change your life, it's a bumpy road. But give it a go. Let the holler sing with my guitar strings. Hear the echo ring. It's my Mark Twain. Yeah.
Okay, once again, that was Steve Morgan and from the Digger Jones Band, but that was off of his solo CD called When It Rains. All right now we're waiting on the arrival of Lukus Wells, but we just got a phone call. He's en route and should be here momentarily. Lukus, if you're tuning in, I hope you are. We're waiting on you. Right now we're going to play a band called Prelude to Ruin. Just got their CD in, and the CD is called Survival Season, and this is a song called Newton.
What
Hey, this is That Sunday Show on Magic 101.7. My name is Fred. We're back, and we're waiting on my buddy, Lukus Wells, to show up. He's en route. In the meantime, we're going to play a song by a band called The Glass Prism. Now, I don't want to say too much because I'm a little confused about this, and we're going to delve into getting a little bit more information and possibly an interview with one of the guys from the band, or maybe several. But The Glass Prism was around in the late 60s, early 70s, quite popular. Broke up, if I read it correctly, around 76, and they've recently reunited and reissued or released a CD which is called Resurrection. And we're going to play a song off of it, and when I find out more information about these guys, I'll let you know.
Child, and she was a child in this kingdom by the sea. But we loved with a love that was more than love. I am my Annabelle Lee. With a love that the winged seraphs in heaven coveted her and me. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we. Many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. Kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle. So that her high-born kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulcher in this kingdom by the sea, in this kingdom by the sea. Without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabelle. Beautiful Annabelle. Stars never rise, but I see the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabelle. Annabelle. And all the night tide, I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride. In a sepulchre there by the sea.
Okay, that was The Glass Prism playing Annabelle Lee. And before we move on, I need to issue a correction. I misspoke on that last band. I said Prelude to Ruin. It's actually Prelude the Ruin, and I appreciate the phone call and with the correction, and I certainly hope we haven't caused any offense. And guess who's here? Lucas Wells made it. Good morning, Lucas.
I'm sorry. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm still dealing with this time change.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, thanks for making it. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
so
it.
we're going to let you tune up a little bit, but we're going to play a tune and tell us what we're playing and why.
This is pretty much everybody's favorite track on the record.
Okay.
It's my favorite. Well, it's my second favorite song on the record, and it's the most produced track, and people seem to like it. So this is Airplanes.
Okay.
Gotta know it when you see it, or it'll pass you by. You gotta reach out, take hold of it. Don't let it run away. It's like a lover you haven't met yet. He's just a distant dream, and then he shows up right in front of you. This time not through a smoke screen. When it started, it was so intense. It made me weak in the knees. And then just 2 months into it, we had brand new boundaries. Took you away. While I sat there and thought about it, they took you away. While I sat there and cast around it, they took you away. While I sat there and thought about it, they took you away. While I sat there and cast around it. And sometimes I don't like the airplanes that take you away. 'Cause I need you, I need you. I need you to stay. I need you to stay. I need you to stay. Don't like those airplanes. I need you to stay. Don't like those airplanes. I don't like those airplanes.
Beautiful song. Beautiful song. I can see why that's the popular one off of the CD.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, is that the only CD at this time?
Yes, I'm currently writing for my next record, and I'm actually hoping to record this one all by myself.
Wow.
I recorded this record, Diagonal is the title of the record,
Okay.
with Joe Kohler and Dan Forsyth of Driftwood.
Familiar names,
In
yes.
Yellow Bike
yeah.
Studios up
yeah.
in Shenango Bridge. I had spent the better part of a year. We took a bit of a break in between. We had 2 big sessions because they had released their first record and had to do a little tour on it. So
Yep.
spent the better part of a year in the basement of Yellow Bike Studios making the record, and I just had a blast. I couldn't have had a better first recording experience. They're amazing.
Yeah. I don't think we've done a show yet where Joe's name hasn't come up one way or the other.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Somebody called him the ultimate condiment. You can put him on anything and he adds to
He
it.
can play anything. He can play anything. Even, like, you could give him a fork and he would make some sort of musical instrument out of it.
Real nice guy, too.
Oh,
Just-
absolutely. Lots
yeah,
of fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you ready to play something?
Sure.
All right. What you going to play?
This song is called All to Me.
Let's hear it.
I'm so tired of being sad and blue. I'm so wired, shocking my circuitry. I can't wait till I'm over you. Then I'll have myself all to me. Why do you have such control of me? Why do I let you do it? At first I fell for your imagery, but now I can see through it. It's a crime the way you treated me, and I guess that's how I feel today. I'm so sick, you getting in my way. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, I don't know what to say. But now it's time, I've made up my mind. I've got all night, not my whole life. I've tried and I've tried, hurting myself so bad. I'm stepping into the power I've always had. Time to make a change, time to be strong, time to raise my voice and get along. I'm so tired of being sad and blue. I'm so wired, shocking my circuitry. I can't wait till I'm over you. Then I'll have myself all to me.
Right. Man, you held that one note for about 3 minutes.
That's a long one, yeah. There's actually a longer note on the record, but I think it's my barrel chest. I've got a big rib cage, so I think my
Wow.
lungs expanded to fill that.
That's amazing.
Like a snake, you know, you put a snake in a bigger cage and it'll grow bigger to fit in the cage.
Yeah,
That kind of thing.
yeah. So, I see. I was checking your upcoming gigs and stuff.
Oh, right.
A lot at Lost Dog Cafe.
Yeah, I've
Got
been
a
playing.
connection down there.
Well,
They just like you.
they like me and I like them.
Okay,
It's a
that
mutual
works.
mutual thing. But I have been playing. How this started, I had been playing a Christmas series at the Lost Dog for the last 4 years.
Okay.
So this was a 4th year. So, you know, it was kind of like newsworthy now. Like for 4 years in a row, this is like a tradition, and I usually play about 3 Saturdays in December, and I've been playing Christmas music since 2003 when one of my friends asked if I could play a Christmas party.
Wow.
So, and I really enjoy playing that music. Like, the show is pretty unique in that you're not going to hear like elevator Christmas carols, like Muzak Christmas carols, because I throw in like alternative songs and comedy songs. There's a great song by Robert Earl Keen called Merry Christmas from the Family, which is basically describes everybody's family get-together, like Christmas carols and everything make it seem so la-di-da and beautiful when really it's a hot mess and everybody, you know. And it opens up with Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party, which is, and I always preface it like, this is how it really is. Anyway, so it was a great crowd.
That's the truth.
Yeah, it's the truth. So it was an excellent crowd, probably the best crowd so far.
Cool.
And that led into a residency. So I play at the Lost Dog Lounge the second Wednesday of every month from 9:30 to 11:30. There's no cover. And that's actually coming up. That's this Wednesday, the 13th.
Okay. Oh, we timed the show good then.
Yeah, it was great.
Perfect.
The other thing I wanted to mention was I'm throwing a benefit concert for my friend Danielle.
Okay.
That's also at the Lost Dog. That's on the 23rd. That'll be in the Violet Room. It's going to be a silent auction and a concert. It's hosted by myself and Lori from the Mix 103.3 morning show.
Okay.
And we've got some great items from local businesses. A lot of people have been very generous in donating, so hopefully we can get a lot of people to come out and help my friend. She's stumbled upon some bad juju, I guess you could say.
All right. Enough said, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Listen, we're going to go to a commercial break quick, and we'll discuss what we're going to do next. You're going to play some more for us.
Sure.
And I know you're on a schedule. You got someplace to be this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll stay right on schedule.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
It's 4113. All music heard on That Sunday Show is the property of the writers and performers.
Magic 101.7.
Okay, it's That Sunday Show on Magic 101.7. My name's Fred, and I'm here in the studio with Lucas Wells, and we're going to play another tune.
Sure.
What do you got for us?
This song is called Static, and this song was the real pain in the neck of the record. This song probably took the most time to do.
Okay.
Not because it's difficult, but because we couldn't get the right arrangement. I wrote the song on guitar, and it went through about 3 or 4 changes before we finally got what we have on the record.
Okay.
And on the record, I play it on piano, but I still continue live to play it in its original incarnation on guitar.
Excellent. All right, let's hear the original then.
All right. I have been unstable, so have you. It's never convenient, it's always sporadic. Your fits are a call for me to be true. Tonight you mine are nothing but static. I think about you night and day, just can't seem to get your face out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. I recall that day so vividly, pit in my stomach, abundant anger. You chose some pictures over me, then cast me away like some kind of stranger. I think about you night and day, just can't seem to get your face out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. I had to go, you told me so. My body followed through, but not my love. My love kept with you, my love kept with you, my love kept with you, my love kept with you. love that will never tire. It's no wonder that I can't relate to you while you're reveling in your basic desire. I think about you night and day, just can't seem to get your face out of my head, out of my head, out of my head. I had to go, you told me so. My body followed through, but not my love. My love kept with you. My love kept with you. My love kept with you. My love.
Great. Awesome.
Thanks.
I like the guitar version.
It's not bad.
Yeah, a lot of picking going on there.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
taught myself to play guitar,
Did you really?
and I didn't ever use a pick. So, if you gave me a pick, you definitely wouldn't know that I've been playing guitar since I was 16. So I use my fingers. Actually, I get acrylic nails applied to my picking fingers.
No kidding.
It really
Look at
helps with
that.
volume. I can play without them, but if I'm busking in the streets, you're not really going to hear me unless I've got. And these work like it's like a pick on each
No
finger.
kidding.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow.
And they're pretty multifunctional too. You can scrape lime off the lime scale off the shower head. You know, all sorts of other uses. They come handy in a fight. Truly. No, I've never been in a fight ever. It's fine.
Wow. They're not that terribly long, though. I mean.
No, they have to be kept at a certain length or
Sure,
they'll catch.
sure.
Yeah.
That's neat. Acrylic hardener, too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to go to the nail salon to get those done, and I get some pretty funny looks when I walk into a new one. I have to explain myself.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Totally off the subject, but I know a bunch of guys that are getting their nails done now.
Oh, yeah? Oh, those are manicures.
But I'm not one of them.
No. Actually, I got a manicure one time. I was in my early 20s, and she made me bleed. I'm like, is this supposed to happen?
Really?
Oh, no, that's never happened before. So I've never gotten a manicure again, ever. I happened to have a gig that night. It was terrible, man.
Ooh.
My fingers were so
Ooh,
sore.
ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Eesh.
Now what are you going to do?
Nasty. Nasty. You want to play another one? You want to play something off the CD? What do you want to do? You got
Actually,
five minutes or so? Or
how about
a
we
little
play
more?
something off the CD?
Sure.
And I want to preface it a little bit.
Okay.
This song that we're going to play is called Blessed Be. This is my very favorite song on the record, and I say that because this song saved my life. And I just say that because I was in probably the deepest, darkest depression I've ever been in my life. And one night, in my room, late, watching a documentary about Leonard Cohen called I'm Your Man. And I was so inspired afterward. I mean, how can you not be? I just picked up the guitar and I set my fingers down and I said, all right, here's where I'm starting. And out came this song. For me, songwriting is not really something that happens. I don't sit down and work at a song. For me, songs, I call them song babies because they just come out. They usually just come, all at once within 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes.
Wow.
But if I'm struggling with a song, I know it's not supposed to be.
Okay.
If I feel stuff brewing, I'll cancel plans and just make sure I have an instrument near me, and when it strikes, and it comes out, and
Wow.
that's why I know they're
Wow.
inspired, and that's when I know that this is a good song and this is how it's supposed to be. So this song came out one night during my deepest depression, and
Well, now backtrack a little bit about the documentary. Was about
Leonard Cohen.
okay, and
One
for
of the-
those of us like me,
Leonard Cohen is probably the greatest songwriter alive
come
today.
on, what do you write?
Hallelujah.
Okay, there you,
You
go.
know, I heard there was a secret code. Everybody's playing that these
Okay.
days. No, really, I would suggest
believe
that
you.
documentary
I will,
highly.
yeah, I'll
He's
check it out.
incredible. Yeah,
And it's called
I'm Your Man.
"I'm Your Man."
Yeah. So, after I wrote this song, took about 2 days, 2 or 3 days. All of a sudden, I felt this weight lifted from my shoulders, and I had self-confidence again. and I had energy again, and it was, I don't know, it's just magical. I can't describe it any other way. So
Neat story.
the song is my favorite for that reason, and so much so that I had my friend Marin Michaels make a necklace for me with a song title on it that you'll catch me wearing. I wear it all the time.
Okay.
And that's how much it means to me.
Excellent.
And it's my personal favorite track on the record, so.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
I open my eyes to the sun coming up. It's light glowing on your back, and the image of it was so beautiful that it burned into my body map. And I still remember the good times we had, though my songs wouldn't tell that I do. And just because I'm not done hurting yet doesn't mean that I don't love you. I try to rise up and write kind words, but default to your fake and a liar. And surrounded by all this negativity, I just fall down, spewing fire. Now I can see, 'cause I'm finally free, all the things that you told me. And I can say with nothing else in my way, blessed be, baby, blessed be. And it's easy to point the finger when you're aching and hurting so bad. But now I know it wasn't all your fault, taking back some blame that you had, taking back some blame that you had. Now I can see, 'cause I'm finally free, all the things that you taught me. And I can say with nothing else in my way, blessed be, baby, blessed be. Blessed be, baby, blessed be. Blessed be, baby, blessed be.
Hey, it's That Sunday Show, Magic 101.7. My name's Fred. I'm here with Lukus Wells, and we're running short on time.
Getting there.
Yeah, so why don't you recap your upcoming shows and stuff that you want people to be aware of?
All right, so I have a residency at the Lost Dog Lounge.
Yep.
That's the second Wednesday of every month from 9:30 to 11:30. No cover on that.
Yep.
That's a great thing. And then the other show coming up is a benefit for my friend Danielle. That's at the Lost Dog as well. That's on the 23rd. That's a Saturday. It's from 5:30 to 7:30.
Yep.
It's a benefit concert and silent auction. Lots of local businesses have been very generous in donating items for the silent auction. So it's a $5 cover at the door with option to give more, and then bring money to bid on these awesome silent auction items.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be sure to mention that again next week, but if it's the 23rd, that's I only have 1 week to do it.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming right up.
Yeah. Will it be posted on Facebook? I
Absolutely.
can share it around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you very, very much for coming in. It was
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Fred. I had a great time.
Yeah, same here. Glad you made the effort and came out and.
Yeah, I'm glad I could do it with this
Yeah.
time change thing.
Yeah,
I think I'm
yeah.
finally awake now.
Yeah, it screwed me up too. All right. Well, thanks very much.
Thanks,
We're gonna move on with a guy that you know of. He was here, Nate Marshall from Nate and Kate. Great guy. And this is a song off of his Stowaways, Throwaways, and Drifters CD called Anything, Anytime, Anywhere.
When you gaze long into the abyss gazes back into you. She ran to herself through cigarette smoke at the cold winter's windowsill. She observed a hungry squirrel running meaningless circles, and couldn't help but say, ain't that the way our lonely nights vanish into day? But the knuckles of the night and the sphere of blood fade to the warm fuzz of the television screen. When you smile, that smile at me. So smile, that smile for me. From the page to the quiet room, past dusty plaques, stacks of aging reviews. Those photos with celebrities leering from the walls, suburban curtains that hide it all. She considered her fame, what it was to have a name, then rewinding through those soap opera scenes. She pleaded, smile, that smile at me. Oh, smile, that smile for me. Smile back, my smile from the golden sea. Oh, smile, that smile eternally. Regarding life, the wisest men of all ages agree. It is worthless, I'm worthless, you are worthless, can't you see? For the wisest of men decree. Somehow the wisest of smoke and mirrors blow away, and through sapphire eyes eyes of the newborn I see. When you smile, that smile at me. So smile back my smile into me, and I'll smile eternally.
Okay, that was Nate Marshall from Nate and Kate. And on the phone, I've got Nick York from York Productions. How are you this morning, Nick?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, good, good. I just wanted to check in with you. You had your big open house. The place looked great. And we were going to get you last week, but we just got caught up in things. Can you give us an update? How's everything going?
Everything's going pretty good. The grand opening was great. We had a lot of people come down and a lot of questions asked. And from there, we had some people booked and some sessions already, and we got some great recordings done of local artists.
Fantastic.
I mean, we're just busy booking some sessions now, and I mean, we're just doing great.
Okay, and you're on Front Street. What's the address on Front there?
We're located on 140 Front Street in Binghamton. It's right near downtown. They can call us at 607-723-YORK or 9675, and follow us on our website at yorkproductions.com.
Excellent. Well, I really appreciate the update, Nick, and we'll be talking to you some more. And thanks for your sponsorship, too.
Thank you.
We're working on the technology to be able to broadcast from your place. We'll do a show down there one of these weeks soon.
Yes, I hope to see you all down here.
All right.
Figure it out.
Hey, take care. We'll see you.
You too. Bye.
Bye. And now we're going to go to a commercial.
WLTV, Johnson City, Endicott, Binghamton.
Hey, it's That Sunday Show. I'm Fred on Magic 101.7. We're playing all local artists, local music, celebrating all of the great musicians that we have all over the place around here. Good morning, everybody. We are starting off our 11 o'clock hour, not the 11th hour, but see, I'm totally screwed up with this daylight saving. Whoever came up with that in the first place and why? Remember once I heard a Paul Harvey thing about how some guys did it as a bet that they could convince the American public to do it. And they did. Just as a kind of a barroom joke. Anyway, why don't we get on with the show?
102.5 and around the world at magic1017fm.com. All music heard on That Sunday Show is the property of the writers and performers.
Here we go.
Magic 101.7. Red as can be.
right, we're back. That was Digger's Time. We didn't go anywhere. We've been sitting here the whole time. Surprise, surprise. Hey, that was Digger Jones' song called Rip Ready, and we're in the studio with Dr. Colin Marcus. I knew I would screw that up.
I don't know. We might like the new name.
You might like the new name?
Yeah, we can change it.
Dr. Marcus Colin. I don't know how that would go.
Yeah, needless to say, we had a fun time coming up with the name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to get into that part of the thing, but I think I have seen you guys play a number of times and never ever knew that you had any originals. So let's open this up with one of your original songs off your CD that you were kind enough to share with me.
That works.
This is a song called
Groovin'.
Groovin'.
Is a crazy beat. Groovin' makes you move your feet. Groovin', we're gonna make you sweat. Groovin', do good and wet. Groovin', till we just can't groove no more. I found that beat just a minute ago. I thought I found something deep in my soul. I got it in my bones, well, can't you see? I'm gonna rock out till 2:45. And if you ain't there right by my side, I'm gonna look out to the other side. Groovin' to the crazy beat. Groovin' makes you move your feet. Groovin', gonna make you sweat. Groovin' till you're good and wet. Groovin' till we just can't groove no more. Getting real late, don't wanna go. The beat's moving crazy cause it ain't too slow. Feet sound moving and I can't keep up. With a rock crowd and jukebox full of rock and stuff. I just can't wait to see what's coming next. Got no time to sit on the fence while I'm grooving. To the crazy beat, grooving makes you move your feet. Grooving, gonna make you sweat. Grooving, till you're good and wet. Grooving, till we just can't groove no more. Groove. Going down the road doing 9 to 5. I saw the cop car sitting on the line. Saw the bright lights and I started to play. I turned the tunes up and began to say, Mr. Cop Man, don't you stop me now. I'm serving down hard, got out of town. I was grooving to the crazy beat. Grooving makes you move your feet. Grooving, gonna make you sweat. Grooving till you're good and wet. Grooving till we just can't groove no more. Grooving to the crazy beat. Grooving makes you move your feet. Grooving, gonna make you sweat. Grooving till you're good and wet. Grooving till we just can't groove no more.
All right. That was Dr. Colin Marcus, and this is That Sunday Show. My name is Fred. Magic 101.7 is the station you're listening to if you're tuned in. Like to thank our sponsors, the Goat Boy and Owego, Baked Euphoria for all of the baked goods up there on Watson Boulevard, and also the Baked Euphoria Cafe on Washington Avenue in Endicott. So, fellas, you've been around together for a long time, 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like double digits this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A lot of people ask
dedicated.
us, a lot of people ask us how we stayed together that long. It's because we don't talk to each other unless we're playing.
Yeah.
Only see them on every other weekend.
Yeah. It's like a marriage, all the peaks and valleys.
Gotcha.
It's been fun.
And so we were talking a little bit about the name Dr. Colin Marcus, but share it with the listeners there. There was a third guy.
There was a third guy, and he was a doctor, and we sat around at his house one day, and we couldn't come up with a name.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something stupid, like Dr. Tim's Traveling Medicinal Sideshow Review or something like that, and it got to be too complicated.
Yeah.
So it started out that we would play like once a month, if that. So we just shortened it, so we used Dr. Colin Marcus.
Yeah.
And it's still never comfortable with it, but it's been 10 years, and people know us by now. So but it's been fun. It's been 10 years, and 5 years ago we said we were going to be done. And another 5 years has gone by, so we'll see what the next 5 bring.
You guys are booked completely solid.
Yeah.
You get all the gigs you want or you can handle, right?
We've been very, very fortunate.
We've never really had to look. They come looking for us, actually.
I don't know why. I think it's more the party atmosphere than the music.
Well, you're definitely pretty easygoing dudes, that's for sure.
For years, I thought it was the music, but then I realized it really wasn't. It was really just a gathering of people, the friends.
Okay.
And it was Nips in Binghamton that we started at.
Okay.
And we're still there. We've never left.
Played there last night, I hear.
Yeah, and it's a great place. And it's been every other week for 10 years. And plus other places locally. We've been to Rochester.
Alex Bay is probably the farthest we've gone.
Bay.
Actually, Shimmerhorn Landing up there on the St. Lawrence.
We played at Home Plate, the Elmira Pioneers on opening day a couple years ago. We played it 2 years in a row.
That's right, standing right above the plate where Babe Ruth swung his bat.
That's true. So we've had our highlights.
Yeah, and you do private parties. I've seen you at least
we try to
one.
back off on those a bit.
Yeah, okay.
We really like them, but when it's a 4-hour party, 3 hours is pretty sedate, but then people tend to imbibe a bit, and that last hour gets pretty rowdy, and then they don't want you to leave, so 4 hours turns into 6.
Yeah.
Plus, we work for a living, too. It's kind of
right,
tough to, I like to have at least every other weekend off.
That makes sense.
Doesn't always work out that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah, need a little downtime.
Okay, well, people want to hear us play something, so what do you said you wanted to play a cover or two.
You want to do the Buffett?
Sure.
Pirate Looks It For You.
Okay.
Little Ragged. Yeah.
There's a thin line between Saturday night and Sunday morning.
That's right. Oh.
Mother Ocean, I have heard you call. I wanted to sail upon your waters since I was 3 feet tall.
You've seen it all. You've seen it all.
Watch the man who rode you switch from sails to steam. And in your belly you hold the treasures few have ever seen.
Most of them dreams. Most of them dreams.
Yes, I am a pirate, 200 years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an over 40 victim of fate.
Arriving too late. Arriving too late.
I've done a bit of smuggling. I've run my share of grass. I made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast.
Never meant to last. Never meant to last.
I have been drunk now for over 2 weeks. I passed out and I rallied and I sprung a few leaks. But I got to stop wishing, got to go fishing down to rock bottom again.
Just a few friends. Just a few friends.
I go for younger women. I lived with several a while. Though I ran them away, they come back one day. I still can manage to smile.
It just takes a while. It just takes a while.
Mother, Mother Ocean, after all the years I've found, occupational hazard, baby. My occupation's just not around. I feel like I've drowned, but I won't wear a frown. Oh, I feel like I've drowned. I'm gonna head uptown.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Wow. That was great.
Thank you.
Now, you guys put down that CD. When did you do that, and where?
What year?
Geez, it was probably about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I had gotten a 16-track recorder, and I played all of the instruments on it. Mark does a bit of guitar, and he obviously sings.
Yeah. Well, basically what we did, and to let the cat out of the bag here, a lot of these songs, I think, were songs that Colin and I had written individually over the course of our lifetime and never really got together to record. So, I would lay down a guitar track and a vocal track of a song that I'd written, and he'd get it back to me. I'm like, holy cow, is that the same song I wrote? I really got to give Colin a lot of credit, because he got a little digital recorder and just mastered it, and he's got a drum set out, he's got bass, so it just really kind of speaks to the
It's got
range
great
that
sound
Colin
on it.
has.
Great
Yeah,
sound.
yeah.
And a bunch of different instruments, too.
Bassman tapes. Yeah. Well, you had to experiment. I mean, there's ukuleles and the
Yeah.
steel
slide
slide.
and
Yeah.
ukuleles.
I think there's a little program with the orchestra behind it and keyboards, all that stuff. Yeah,
So can we play some more off of that?
yeah, absolutely.
What-
I think you want to play. Which one do you want?
Right.
Jersey.
Jersey or coconut cocktails, or that's not along the Buffett line.
Do you remember the track numbers?
Yeah. Well, Jersey is number 2, and I think Coconut is number 3.
Take a pick.
Which one?
3.
Right.
3 it is.
Coconut cocktails in the sand, summer of a lime, the sea and hand. Tell me, is this hell, or is it paradise? I got everything I need to cool me down, but still in all you're not around. Tell me, is this hell, or is it paradise?
Oh, that was great, guys. This is That Sunday Show on Magic 101.7. I'm Fred, and before we move on, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Greg's Marketplace up in Whitney Point and Marathon, Albright Electric, and Hussar Insurance, Oakdale Road in Johnson City. So, fellas, you're back, and you didn't go anywhere, but I always say we're back, and I don't know why. I got to break that habit. What do you want to play for us?
You know, we're going to do a Simon & Garfunkel tune. I'm a Rock.
All right. Okay. I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let's do it.
A winter's day in a deep and dark December, I am alone, gazing from my window to the streets below, on a freshly fallen silent shroud of snow. I am a rock, I am an island. I build walls, a fortress deep and mighty, that no one may penetrate. I have no need for friendship. Friendship causes pain. It's laughter and it's loving I disdain. I am a rock, I am an island. Don't talk of love. Well, I've heard the word before. It's sleeping in my memory. I won't disturb the slumber of feelings that have died. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I am a rock, I am an island. I have my books and my poetry to protect me. I am shielded in my armor, hiding in my room, safe within my womb. I touch no one and no one touches me. I am a rock, I am an island. And a rock feels no pain, and an island never cries.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are our Sunday morning voices.
I was listening on the headphones, and it sounds okay, but it's so much better to hear it in the studio live. It's just, I don't know, something gets lost over the airwaves. I'm sorry, folks. You got to see these guys live. They're just amazing. We got time for another one before we got to go to the break? You want to do another one?
Sure.
Cool.
Two of us? Sure. Old Beatles tune.
All right.
Two of us riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pay. You and me Sunday driving, not arriving on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. Two of us sending postcards, writing letters on my wall. You and me burning matches, lifting latches on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our stretches out of hand. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. You and I have memories longer than the road that stretches on ahead. Two of us wearing raincoats, standing so low in the sun. You and me chasing paper, getting nowhere on our way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I guess we got to go to our commercial break now, or we still got time?
You're the boss.
Take us.
He's the big man.
101. All music heard on That Sunday Show is the property of the writers and performers.
Magic 101.7.
There's always room for one more, says the man, and he opens the door to the cab on the back of the new show pickup truck. Mama weighing down her ton, gets on with her
All right, we're back with That Sunday Show on Magic 101.7, and we'd like to thank our sponsors, York Productions. We had Nick York on the phone a little bit ago talking about how things are going over there. At Your Service Pet Grooming, and Sherry Palm, Clinical Social Worker. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. Fellas, you thought the story, this is the Dr. Colin Marcus band in the studio.
It's not terribly interesting.
But you got a story to tell.
It's different. It's definitely different.
All right, let's hear it.
No question about it. Well, Colin and I were both working for a local not-for-profit agency, and my wife happened to work for the same agency. She wasn't my wife at the time. And we were going away for training together. We were going to be trained by Cornell to do therapeutic crisis intervention, which is basically verbal de-escalation techniques leading up to putting kids into restraints. If you have to, there's a plug for Cornell.
That comes in handy.
We might as well throw Catholic Charities in there, okay? Because then there's a plug for them. So in any case, we went to this training, and kind of like two kids in a schoolyard, kind of sizing each other up. And finally, it was a week-long training. Finally, Wednesday night, we figured, we brought our guitars. We might as well just sit down and play. We went down to the conference room area, and some of the other people at the training kind of sat with us. And we played for like 4 or 5 hours, back and forth. We knew a lot of the same songs. He knew and same artists. He knew some songs I didn't know. I knew some songs he didn't know, but we really seemed to have a very similar taste in music. And
it's been a long, long road.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think what's great about it is, well, not to disclose any numbers or anything, Colin's got a couple years on me. Let's just put it that way, and we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
But, so we kind of reached...
I do, because, he called his mother, make sure she was listening a little while ago.
Hey, come on, his mother's over in the nursing home with his wife right now listening, so, let's not go there, pal, all right? So in any case, so Colin and I ended, and then
his mother's very, very nice.
I'm sure she is.
So we ended up, sizing each other up. At the time, I was kind of playing out by myself. He showed up with the doctor to one of my gigs, and they covered a set, and then it just kind of took off from there, and it's been kind of like a freight train ever since. But ironically enough, after that, he became my supervisor at work for a period of time.
Oh.
So you want to talk about the evolution of a relationship, and I couldn't wait till finally we were no longer working together when I could say emphatically, I don't work for you anymore. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, but the performance reviews must have been pretty interesting.
We never did.
Well, they were, but we used to do trainings together, and we trained staff, and I think on one of the feedback forms it said, I really enjoyed the animosity between the two of you guys. Because, 'cause I think you spend this much time with somebody, you're going to bicker and argue with them. And I think one of the things that has made us stay together for 10 years is that, any relationship that's worth anything is going to go through those peaks and valleys as you're feeling each other out, and it's surprising because I Colin and I were much older when we started playing together, and I think we'd been through different bands and things, and know the temperaments and different personalities that sometimes conflict and collide, and it's really difficult to hold something like that together. But
I had a breakdown after 5 years. I wanted to do something different, so we kept playing together, but we brought in a bass player and we brought in a banjo player and wanted to do a bit of bluegrass, that type of stuff. And
how'd that work out?
It didn't. The people were wonderful. But like I was telling you earlier, people, I think, came to expect one thing from us, and when you break away from that, we saw a dramatic drop in numbers.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. And then...
so you would have had to rebuild.
Yeah.
There was the aptly named Bad Mud.
Bad Mud. Yeah, that was the name of the band.
Yeah.
Maybe that had something to do with the poor attendance.
It worked.
So it was hard because after we said, we couldn't do that anymore because it wasn't doing anything, as soon as we started playing alone again, then people started coming back. So...
But now recently, we did have a nice relationship out of that because Jack Kissick is a fellow Jack McKissick. I always call him
He's a bass player.
I dropped the Mick. I don't know.
And that's another thing we're doing. We get bored periodically, so we've got a few people that we've been practicing with a band, a drummer and another guitar player and a bass player. Not on a permanent thing because we've learned our lesson on that. Yeah. But certainly a job here and there. And it's John Kasner on drums and Michael Whitney from EPAC on guitar. And Jack McKissick on bass, and it just sounds very, very nice. Cool. A lot of fun. Yeah, so we've had our ups and downs, but more ups than downs.
think one of the nice things about our gigs as well, too, is that we have some musicians that kind of show up. And I think people that, you know, whether they're still in the music scene or not, just still like to play. And we have found some really great talent that just kind of breezes in through, like that fellow last night with his wife that they did a version of Summertime, if you remember that old song from Porgy and
we made a
Bess.
hilarious Christmas CD.
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, because you know we just have a lot of fun with it. I think the funniest part, I wish I would have brought it, is we did Silent Night, and we had bagpipes in the middle, and the bagpipes were played by Mark's brother, Pat.
Cool.
And it was so funny, but you know, it's one of those things you think it's great when you're recording it, and the next day it didn't sound like it. And there's reasons for that.
It was a great concept. Yeah.
So we were at Patrick's house.
What did we do?
So we had his brother singing in German, which was hilarious. And I made a joke on the CD that Mark, and I couldn't get out. I was laughing so hard. I said, I bet you your brother can sing the song better in German than you can in English. And I was just laughing so hard. And it's just people really enjoy that. I mean, there's a few of those CDs out there. It's just a lot of fun. And there's nothing serious. It's just
cool.
You know, that's why I feel out of place, because I've been listening to your show. And I listen to these people say they're going to be doing this and they're really serious about that. And it's like, oh my. And I wrote you that letter saying, that's really not us.
Yeah.
We've been doing it by the seat of our pants for 10 years.
Yeah.
We've always meant to stop, but it just doesn't. So.
Absolutely. It shows that you're just doing it for the fun of it.
Yes.
The love of music.
Yeah. And the
Absolutely.
people. Met a lot of great people.
Let's play another one of your songs.
Sure.
You want to play one off the CD, or you're going to play a cover, or what do you want to do?
What do you want? Why don't you play one of yours off the CD?
Oh, number 2, I think.
Number 2 is what?
It's called The Jersey Shore. Nothing to do with the TV show.
I like that song.
Okay, thanks.
Probably wrote it before the show.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And that was what I was actually excited. It's one of the few I wrote that I really liked.
Walking on the Jersey Shore, beating goes as they soar. Hear the soft serenade of a man and woman's first parade. And la 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. La
Okay, Magic 101.7. This is That Sunday Show. And fellas, this is the Dr. Colin Marcus Band. There's a fan on the phone that wants to say something to you. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, this is Max Simpkins.
Oh, no.
Once again from a remote location. The Germans sent me.
Okay.
On a top secret mission. I don't even know what it is.
Well, it sounds like you're having a ball.
I know that Colin and that Mark. Yeah. They hang out at Nips.
Hey, we got a nice version of Silent Night for you.
They have Kelly. Kelly crawls all over and finds inside Colin's guitar. There a couple.
Okay.
Oh, he's
Well, I wanted to let you know I really enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Especially when I'm on.
Oh, we're sorry you couldn't get through last week.
Yeah. You don't answer your damn phone, that's the problem.
Well, okay. Thank you for calling.
All right. Goodbye.
Yeah, good safe travels out there.
Oh, too funny.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. All right, on with the music, fellas.
All right, this is it. Right? I want to dedicate this one to my mother. She's having a hard time learning how to walk again. So, if you're out there, Mom, this is for you.
Dream, 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 dream when I hold you in my arms and I need you and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream when I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, she whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, she whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, dream, dream. Dream.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure if Mike Simpkins were able to tune in, he would have been impressed.
That song was written the year Colin was born.
Was it really?
He had to take a shot.
Yeah,
in there,
okay, all right.
didn't he?
Actually, when was that?
57.
Shout out to Joanne Merriam. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
You know Joanne?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, she called in.
Thank you.
Well, fellas, thank you very, very much. Any parting words of wisdom before we move on with the show.
Come out and see us sometime.
Over to Nips.
Yeah, but don't try to book us.
All right. And keep your shirt on.
We need our time off.
Keep your shirt on.
All right. Thank you very much, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to move on with a song from Driftwood, because we've been talking about Joe Kohler so much and all the stuff that he plays on. This is off of the Rally Day CD, and it's a song called City Gal. Go ahead and play it.
Hey, now, Mama, I'm not well, but I wish I could be, and I wish I could tell you everything. I mean, every other girl that I did know, I never found a girl with the likes of yours. I'm sure, I'm sure, I'm sure. I guess I lost myself in this river of you. I guess I watched my heart flow right on down through. Say it's all, please speak your name. Say it's all, please speak your name. City girl, city girl. I'm singing to you. With a city gal, you know it seems so hard to tell whether or not she's gonna sell or if she's gonna leave me out here to die on the vine. I mean, if it's true, this is the last great hope for this urban elitist crowd. I wanted to smile, I wanted to smile, I wanted to smile at me. Say it's all, please speak your name. Say it's all, please speak your name. City girl, city girl, sing it for you. Well, I'll see you after dark, walking by yourself. Can I walk you home tonight? Can I walk you home? Fine, I will. And I see you after dark, walking by yourself. Can I offer you these words? Have you ever seen a tree in the middle of the street? Pretty as they come, reaching to the sun. Would you go along your way, or would you find the lowest limb, a place to brace your? Because you know you're gonna fall. City girl, city girl, city girl, city girl.
Okay, that about wraps it up for That Sunday Show, Episode 7, March 10th. I hope you remembered to set your clock by now. Next week, we've got Woodshed Prophets in the studio. That ought to be an awesome show, and perhaps somebody else. Don't know yet. So thank you, everybody. I really, really appreciate all the positive feedback and the listenership and everything. Please keep it coming. Check us on Facebook. Let us know what you think. Musicians, get some discs in here. I got a big pile, but there's room for many, many more. We'll get you played. And remember, when you go out in the backyard at night and look up at the stars, if you can see them, it means it's a clear night. Have a great week, everybody. Stay positive and be kind.
Today's best music.
Crank it up.
WLTV, Johnson City, Endicott, Binghamton. More of today's best music moments away.